Hello, students. Welcome to STEM Works for Schools. I am Bhuvan Verma, your Sherpa for today's talk. This is a special series recorded by World Robot Olympiad India National Organizer, India STEM Foundation. Our efforts are supported by National Council of Science Museums, NCSM, to showcase how STEM works for schools. I know you are preparing for the national entrance test to become part of the STEM community. It is your first step towards World Robot Olympiad and the STEM journey. We are very proud to have students from so many schools attempt this journey with us. To help you understand STEM and STEAM better, it is our endeavor to bring to you leading academic voices from our community. Today we have someone you have been wanting to hear from for a very long time. Dr. Vijaya Lakshmi Biradar, Director of IQAC Kalinga University. She is chairperson of IEEE Women in Engineering, WIE, and the Affinity Group. I hope you will Google that. From Madhya Pradesh section, Raipur. Welcome, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, to the STEM Works show. How are you?
Very good afternoon to everyone. I'm doing great. I hope all of you are also doing great and happy to interact with all of you. And I could see that you all are preparing for the National Olympiad. That's a very great thing. Yeah, I'm eager to interact with all of you.
All right, excellent then. So diving straight into our viewers' questions, my students are curious to know from you, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, which initiatives are you undertaking to expose pupils to STEM education?
I am actually very much fascinated towards the STEM education, being into a STEM. And I normally we are doing a lot of activities for the student fraternity. So I do robotics workshop, then I do aero modeling workshop, then I do drone technology. We also do how to inculcate a usage of renewable energy sources for the students so that they get interest towards the climate change also, as we know that that is a need of an hour. This is one thing. And recently I have come up with a very interesting topic called fold scope, where a student themselves can build up a mini fold scope which is similar to a microscope, through which they can see lot of microorganisms through their own prepared microscope.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, aero modeling, drone, and fold scope, and all of these initiatives that you are undertaking, I hope the students watching this video will go and Google and watch some videos and also get in touch with you to get more knowledge on these subjects. Thank you for leading these initiatives. All right. Yes. So, to our next question from our students want to know how important is hands-on training for them.
So hands-on training is very, very important because knowingly and unknowingly, I believe that each and every one of us is having an engineer with us. But only thing is we never replicate the things which we are experiencing in today's life. We are not replicating it to the technology. So I think when we do hands-on training on all these things, students start replicating those things to their day-to-day life, and they start exploring the things in a better way. I always believe that hands-on training will give a lot of exposure to the students, and they get connected to the real world life, and they start thinking in a better innovative way that how they can resolve the issues by themselves once they come up with a technical solutions. So I think hands-on training is a must for each and every student, because it gives a lot of impact on their way of thinking, and it gives them an experiential learning, which is very, very important, as we know that our National Education Policy 2020 also focuses much on practical aspects other than theoretical aspects.
Wow, fantastic. So students, I hope you are taking notes. Replication, as Dr. Vijay Lakshmi pointed out, is a synonym for practice also. You need to replicate and practice and exercise all the things that you are learning and implement them, as she said, as you go along. Wow, fantastic. Okay, so to our third question to you, Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, can you tell our students what are some of the STEM career choices school students can aspire for?
So as you know that as per the recent survey, by 2030, there is a lot of requirement for the engineers, and that is the reason why we are actually working on incorporating the STEM education at the school level. So they have a very bright future for the STEM education when we talk about the metaverse technology, when we talk about the AR, VR, when we talk about the artificial intelligence, codings, robotics, drone. So they have a very bright future with respect to all these things. And I think that a student must explore. And as you know that technology is something which is changing each and every day. And when someone is trying to explore their career in this particular field, I think they have a very bright future. And there is a lot of requirement for the engineers by the year 2030. So STEM education is something which we are trying to bring into the picture so that everyone gets the opportunity to work towards that.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, to our next question to you, can you tell our students which is that one STEM intervention that you want for your hometown?
So coming to this, basically I am from Karnataka actually. So I have been shifted to Raipur just 1 year back. So the intervention I wanted to bring about the STEM education here is because the students are more inclined towards the non-technical education here, that is pharmacy. They have explored about commerce and management, law, and all those things. So I think that until and unless we bring the STEM into the education, there is a lack in the development, there is a lack in the improvement of any city. When I compare a Raipur with a city called Hyderabad or a Bangalore, so I think there is a lot of scope for the improvement. So this made me to take an initiation and start incorporating the STEM education among the rural school children as well as the private school children, so that we can take up this particular city to the level of Hyderabad or a Bangalore, because there is a lot of scope here. You find n number of students who are very much enthusiasm to learn about all these latest technologies. So I want to bring this culture of STEM education into this particular area, as students are more inclined towards the non-technical areas.
Absolutely. As you said, culture of STEM. STEM is a way of thinking, and no matter which field any student is coming from, whether legal or humanities, they can use AI, they can
AI.
use chat GPT, they can use tools to
Yes.
promote project research. We are a knowledge-based economy, and thank you for your contributions in leading this effort in Raipur. A lot of our partners and our supporters are from the city, so big shout out for Raipur. Okay, to our next question. Our students feel that teachers know it all and they know everything, and they're very curious to know, do teachers also learn? They want to know from you, which is that one tool, technology that you have taken time to learn and master.
Let me tell you, Bhuvan, whenever I interact with the students, I learn lot many things from them. So I am a teacher, but I am a learner also. So the one tool or technique which took me very long time to master was in the year 2011, I think. At that time, there was not much scope for the open source tools which we have nowadays. Like if you take, for example, a coding on Python, I have explored a lot of embedded system boards also during that time. So there is one board called a Beagle board, which took me almost 1 year to explore, because at that time the open source tools were not that much aware. And that board we procured actually from US at that time. That was actually brought me a lot of curiosity among myself, and I started exploring that. So it took me almost 1 year to explore and what type of software goes into it. So that was the time that I learned about the Python programming language, and then I learned about the OpenCV, which is a computer vision software. At that time, I learned and I did my PhD on that particular topic only. So that was one memorable thing. I think that took a lot of time, but I have learned so many things.
Wow, fantastic. Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, thank you for guiding my students and being an inspiration for them. You have gone through your academics and achieved a PhD and continue to share your learning with our students. I hope my students will find their moment of meaning in today's STEM Works for School session. This session of STEM Works was curated by India STEM Foundation, the national organizer of World Robot Olympiad in India. World Robot Olympiad is an event for science, technology, and education which brings together young people from all over the world to develop and cultivate their creativity and problem solving skills. Through challenging and educational robotics competition, schools are invited to enter teams of 3 students per category and participate across domains. They will be judged, of course. So please go through the links in the description. Till we meet again for another interesting session, keep watching this show and sharing this with your parents and peers. Bye bye.